going on, YouTube? It's a beautiful... Oh, never mind. It's freaking raining like crazy. Alright, people, so basically while it's raining, what we're doing is we're working on the Baja here, the budget Baja. I've got some parts on the way. We're going to upgrade these to the Fonzie links. I am going to upgrade the steering with the V2 Turtle Racing. We're just going to go ahead and use the ESP. We're going to get that cleaned up, and we're also replacing the MSD wire here. I undid this one. It basically broke on the inside. Here is, where's the piece? I had the piece. I don't know what happened to it, but this is the shroud and the casing right there that's broke. I don't know if you can see that right there, where the case broke. We do have a light and flywheel on here. We are going to replace this coil wire. I changed it up. We're going to use a yellow wire that's on the way here. So we're not going to do it today, but we're just getting everything ready for it. So we will be picking up another small bore modified engine to go in this platform, and just to replace it, just because this has a cracked housing. This ESP is a badass ESP, but we're not buying another one right now. But everything else is good on here, so we'll make those changes. I do have the RC Max hinge pin holders on here. I had them all on except for this one, so while we were doing work, I went ahead and put that one on there as well. And I also had only put the cracking clipless hinge pins in the rear, so I'm actively installing those on the front as well. Those are a must, clipless hinge pins. Kraken makes a great set, so does Detroit Performance, but the Kraken ones at DDM are less expensive. And then again, we'll do carbon fiber, Turtle Racing here, and Fonzie links. When I do the Fonzie links, I end up going on top because it raises it up a little bit. And we are still running the stock Rovin servo in there, the King Motor servo. It's done fine, no issues at all. So we'll see how long that lasts. Cleaned our filter up, redid all that, and she's ready to go. So once we get that coil in, I'll show you how we install the new coil wire on here. In the meantime, I'm going to finish cleaning up all this. So, all right, I'll see you guys shortly. Peace. All right, so we're back for a few minutes here, and I'll probably pop in and out a couple of times over the next couple of days, show you all the progress here. So a couple of things we're doing. Still waiting on the MSD wire to get here. A couple of things we're doing is we did change out our fuel lines. Generally I use these Dubro clips, fuel line clips, but you really don't need to with these fuel lines. They go on very snug. They're not going to come off. I don't really see the need to use them. I just put a little oil on the end of the fuel line, and then hold it, and then press it on. Just push it on. It's really tight. If you put a little oil, it'll go on nice, and they won't pop off. They don't come off. So anyway, swapped out the fuel lines. Love the blue fuel lines. And as soon as we get the MSD wire, we'll take care of that. We are going to, we got a little bit, I cleaned it up a little bit, but we got a little bit of exhaust leak here. So we're going to take this off and redo it. So been on for a while like that, been run a few times. I did have to loosen this the other day when I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, I was working on this thing, putting in the bolts and stuff, so I had to remove the plate and some other stuff. So I took it off to make room, and then I didn't, I cleaned it up a little bit and just slapped it back together to go run. So we're gonna take that off. I do use a .40 millimeter copper exhaust gasket in with a new one. So here's that billet, Bartolone Racing RCCY billet ignition coil spacer, part number right there. It's a beautiful piece to use. All right, Here's the rest of my cracking, the last two clipless pins for the Baja that I was talking about earlier. Alright, anyway, and here's the one I took off. This one, put the Taylor one on. Was going to put this one on, but nah. But I am going to do a carbon fiber top plate on it. So, alright. Man, I got this big ass school clock up here. I put a battery in it so I could have the time. It's 10:10 on Wednesday. The rain is gone. It's quite beautiful outside, but it's extremely muddy still from all the run. So I don't think we'll be out here. We're painting a body. We're painting a body here for the 8X Elite. We will be running the Triton L5 Evo in here, which is RCR modified 2140. What is it? 2143. And 41001 header on here. Yep, so y'all see that when it's all done. Other than that, we are going to be putting the CRF engine here in the Techno, the M2C Techno NT48.3. I think we're going to put it in there and break it in, and we're going to leave that engine in that platform. Still been buttoning up a few things here on the Baja, budget build Baja. Look how beautiful that looks, man. Look at that glory hole. That's the Bartolone glory hole, man. It's beautiful. It doesn't have the bolt holes here, which some say doesn't really affect it, but I think any airflow should be as smooth as possible. That thing is superior. Look at that. Two-piece. Beautiful platform, man. I did see, I think when I hit that curb in that last video with the LSTX-XL, when I hit that curb, I think it pushed the tire in and marred up my Taylor RC hubs pretty well. I think these hubs are great quality. The Taylor rod ends, great quality. I think these are the killer RC spacers here. It's just great stuff, man. Taylor puts out great stuff. Again, still running the stock fifth scale servo in there, King motor. No issues at all. So as soon as we get the MSD wire, I will complete this video, or I may put it in a different video showing you guys how I install that wire. Most of you already know. If you already know, disregard. You know, just teach you a little something that I learned for the newbies that want to put that wire on there. Alright, that's about it. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you here in a little bit. Peace. Alright. Let's go ahead and install this thing on the budget Baja. Got everything prepped. Everything's cleaned out, just like I showed y'all earlier. First thing we want to do is Craftworks part number EE82 YW. YW probably stands for yellow, but Craftworks wire, so you can see the difference in the length here. Yeah, I cut it a little too short in the beginning, and then part of it from here to here was still in there. You had to dig it out. But so this is how it comes. The first thing I do is I try to get rid of some of this extra right here. Get that off of there. Just like so. Clean it up a little bit. Yep. Alright, very good. And then the next thing you want to do is you got to trim just a little bit off of the boot so it sits down on there and it won't pop off. So let's just do that. Probably want to cut it about probably about right there would be good. Just use this X-Acto. So just like that. Test fitter. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Very good. Alright. Sorry about that. So basically, if you can see down in there, there's like a screw, a post that sticks up. And what you're going to do is you're basically going to screw this end down onto that screw all the way down. But before we do that, for one, they send you with this shrink tubing, and I generally put, they say to put some epoxy on there, but I just put a little drop of my tire glue and it's fine. It's medium glue. You kind of got to get this on pretty quick though, and once you get it on, then you're going to you know, heat up the heat shrink. So let's do this real quick, then we're going to check out a couple other things. I got some 8 scale stuff going on there, and yeah, let's get it. Hang tight. Decided to go ahead and pull this one off. We're going to replace it with this other one. So I've already started it. It's just a little too hard to get it on from here. So I want to take this off. We'll show y'all how I do my gap and all that stuff. So we can show you the Bartolone tool. So let's just proceed this way. I'm letting the glue dry on this. So that's all you do, is you just screw it into the screw, let the glue dry a little bit, and then slide your stuff down. Alright. Here's your Bartolone spacer right there. Alright. So basically, let me get this shrink wrap, or yeah, shrink tubed on there. Then we'll go ahead and put this back. I'll show you what I use for my gap and all that. So we'll see y'all in just a second. Once you have the boxing piece for the knot fitting Alright, there we go. So she's all there. Shrink tubing's on. Got a little glue in there to make sure. And when you twist this on, you just keep twisting until it stops twisting. And you'll know it's there because you'll go to twist it and it'll roll back. It'll pop back on you a little bit. So we'll hold on to this coil. It's still a good coil here. Always good to have extras, right? So let's get a little thread locker on here. Not going to worry about cleaning these screws up. Right. And then we need our gap tool right here. So basically what you're going to do, do this. Okay. Alright. So basically, I'm going to connect these. Doop. Doop. Just like so. Get your billet spacer, Bartolone. I just get it started. See how easy these spacers are, man? You ain't gotta worry about that stuff on the back. The plastic ones. Alright. Let's get everything set. Alright. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna slip that in there, just like so. Get it in there, just like that. Then we're gonna rotate it around to the magnet so it pulls it down. So it pulls it all the way down like that. Alright, looks good. So let's go a little tighter here. Hand tighten the rest. Normally I would torque it, but I'm not. There we go. Don't over tighten so you don't snap it off. And we just get this out. There we go, man. We got the perfect gap. Beautiful. You need a gap tool, just like that. DDM sells them. I don't use a business card. We use a gap tool. And she rests right there. Alright, people, let me regain my thoughts, and we'll finish buttoning this up here in a minute. But in a nutshell, basically that's how you do it. We will have to bring this over a little bit, get in there, but we will get it squared away. And I do use a grommet in here. But you have to cut it out. So I do use a grommet, but you have to wallow it out a little bit. Alright, so there you go. There's that. We'll get it all buttoned up. Then we'll take a look at some nitro stuff. Be right back. Alright, people, there we go. She's ready to go. We just gotta get the filter. I think I'm gonna pick up a new filter for this thing. I've got the short stack in here under this. It's brand new. This one's a little beat up. I mean, it's still good. We just need to wash it and get an outerwear on it and stuff. But I think I'm gonna order a new filter for this. Again, we got some other things coming for this Baja here. Not too much, just a few things that I want to do to it. But we'll give this thing a fire the next day or so. You know, make sure everything is still good here. It's all buttoned up. The hardest part of all this, really, to me, is the cutoff switch here. You know, the wires in the back, they're always trying to hit on the coil, the edge of the coil. So I just bend one up and one down, make sure everything is tight, and it slips right in. It's good to go. So as you can see, we did stick with the ESP shroud. So we do have a hole right here in the case and the shroud, but we're bolted down here. Well, actually, we're not yet. I still got the screws here, and we'll get those in a minute. Hopefully I don't forget. So bolted here, 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 and then your two spots over here on the front. So we should be good. I just couldn't bring myself to put an OBR plate on there. So speaking of OBR, we do have another couple of engines coming. One small bore for sure, possibly two. And we've just been kind of in a regroup status here, with transitioning back into my original position at my company. So we're just trying to pick up ground again, and over the next couple of months we'll have another fifth scale platform in here as well. So I do want one more fifth scale, and I love these Bajas. They're so fun. You know, I haven't run or even seen an MCD run in person, but you know, we'll probably end up picking up one of those platforms as well. They look pretty cool, pretty durable, pretty well engineered, you know, just good stuff. So over the next couple of days we'll be doing some nitro as well. We got our bruggy body here with the LRP 32 and the in bleed, the ERC in bleed, and this one we're running the Triton L5 Evo RCR. Both of these are RCR modified, so these are all set up for bashing. Both have the Badlands. We got the buggy Badlands, or the buggy Badlands, and the Truggy. Original 1178s right there. This one we're running the Hypex 2135 and the 41 header. I think this one's the 4132 header. Yep, sure enough. So nice body. Painted the buggy body to match the bruggy body, so we're ready to go on those things, as well as a couple of others. We do have the Nova B5R in the Techno NB 48.4. We're going to do a little more testing and tuning on that coming up pretty soon, and we're also going to be putting an engine here in the M2C NT 48.3, which is probably going to be the CRF engine right there. I do want to get that broke in and see how it runs, man. So I'm still very curious about the B5R. I do know they're coming out with some bigger engines. They're coming out with a Truggy engine and possibly some bashing engines, 0.28 and so forth. So keep an eye out for that. But some people, you know, saying there's quality control issues and things like that. It's a new company, and I'm not beating them down quite yet. I have no issues with mine. Mine look fine, other than the little bit of non-coating on the inside of the timing window on the crank. But I mean, I've seen that on other engines as well, so no big deal to me. Price point still good to me on this. I do want to pick up the steel version of it without the DLC crank and all that. For one, I like the black and white head on it, and for two, I want that one so I can get the steel version modified over at RCR, so we will be picking up another one. Other than that, people, really that's about it. Next video will probably be some nitro, and we'll also fire this thing up, make sure that it starts up properly. So other than that, I appreciate y'all, and next video will be a running video, I promise. Probably the bruggy hitting the Woogie Nitro ramps. So till then, everybody have a good weekend coming up. I'll see y'all later. Peace.